Imagine watching your child struggle day after day, yet they seem fine on the outside. They smile, they laugh, they chat with their friends, but something feels off. What if I told you that your child could be hiding their true feelings, masking the very thing that makes them who they are? For many girls with autism, this is their reality. They're experts at hiding their struggles so well that you might not even realize they're happening. And that's where the real challenge begins, because when we don't see the signs, we miss the help they need. If this sounds like something you've noticed, you're not alone. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden signs of autistic masking in girls, something that often goes unnoticed, even by those who are closest to them. Masking is the quiet struggle many girls with autism face every single day. And the truth is, it can be much harder to detect than the more obvious signs we usually associate with autism. Now, if you're a parent, a teacher, or simply someone curious about autism, you're in the right place. I know this topic can feel overwhelming at first. After all, it's not always easy to spot the signs of masking. But don't worry, I'm here to guide you through it. So, what can you expect from today's video? First, we'll talk about why girls often feel the need to mask their autism in the first place. You'll understand why it's so common for girls to mask their challenges, even when it's not helping them in the long run. Next, we'll go over how you can identify the more subtle signs of masking that many parents or educators may not even realize are there. Finally, we'll talk about what you can do to support girls who may be silently struggling with this, how to create a safe space for them to be themselves and thrive. If you're thinking, how can I tell if my child is masking? What should I be looking for? And how can I help? You're not alone, and you've come to the right place. We'll break it down step by step, so by the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what masking looks like and how you can be there for these girls in a way that truly supports their needs. So stick around. We've got a lot to cover, but I promise it's going to be worth your time. This information could make all the difference in how you see and support the girls around you. Let's be honest, if you're watching this video, it's because you care about your child's development, right? So if you're really committed to giving them the best chance to thrive, subscribing to this channel is the least you can do. It's free, and it takes just a second to click that subscribe button. I promise you, you don't want to miss out on the invaluable advice and strategies we'll continue to share. Don't let this be another video you watch and forget about. Your child's future is at stake. Hit that subscribe button now, and let's do this together. Let's start by understanding exactly what we mean when we talk about autistic masking. Essentially, masking refers to the strategies that people with autism use to hide or suppress their neurodivergent traits. It's like putting on a mask to fit in, even when it doesn't feel natural. And girls, in particular, often become experts at this. They may learn early on to suppress their natural responses, like their need for quiet or their discomfort in social situations, just to appear normal in the eyes of others. Now, you might be wondering why masking is such a big deal. Well, the reason it's so important is that masking doesn't come without its consequences. It can lead to emotional burnout, mental health struggles like anxiety or depression, and in many cases, misdiagnoses. When girls mask, it often prevents them from getting the support they need because no one realizes they're struggling beneath the surface. Masking can keep the signs hidden for years, even during crucial developmental stages. One of the biggest differences between girls and boys on the autism spectrum is how they present their traits. Research has shown that girls often mask their symptoms much more than boys, which can make it incredibly difficult to spot autism early on in girls. While boys may show more obvious signs, such as repetitive behaviors or social struggles, girls often internalize their challenges and hide them in ways that are harder to detect. Why is that? Well, society has specific expectations for girls, especially when it comes to social behavior. Girls are often expected to be more socially adept and emotionally attuned. So when girls with autism struggle in social settings or feel overwhelmed, they often learn to mask these feelings in order to meet those expectations. This pressure to blend in can make their struggles invisible, even to the people who are closest to them. Take, for example, a young girl I worked with. Let's call her Sarah. On the outside, Sarah seemed perfectly fine. She'd engage in conversations, smile, and laugh with her friends. But when I asked her how she truly felt, she admitted that socializing drained her energy, and she often felt like she had to pretend to be someone she wasn't just to fit in. Sarah had learned to mask her discomfort, but doing so was exhausting. She didn't know how to express that she needed a break because she didn't want to be seen as different. Now that we understand what masking is and why girls tend to do it more than boys, let's talk about the signs that could indicate a girl is masking. These signs are often subtle and can be easily overlooked, especially when we're used to expecting more obvious autism traits. But if you know what to look for, you can start to recognize the signs that your child or a girl you know might be masking. Number 1, mimicking social behavior. One of the most common ways girls mask is by mimicking social behavior. They observe their peers, learn how they're supposed to act, and copy those actions, even if they don't feel natural. They might memorize certain phrases or expressions and use them during conversations. For example, a girl might nod and smile while someone is talking, even though she doesn't fully understand the conversation nor feel comfortable. She's just going through the motions to appear normal in the eyes of others. I once worked with a young girl who would smile and nod during conversations, just like her classmates. But when I spoke with her one-on-one, she confessed she felt completely overwhelmed and disconnected from the conversation, like she was just pretending to fit in. Number 2, internalizing emotions. Another sign of masking is when girls internalize their emotions. Instead of expressing frustration, sadness, or anxiety outwardly, they bottle those feelings up. This can lead to increased anxiety, depression, or even eating disorders as they try to manage the intense emotions on their own. When a girl with autism is feeling overwhelmed but is too afraid to express it, those feelings don't just disappear, they build up and manifest in other ways. Masking can keep the signs hidden for years, even during crucial developmental stages. Number 3, masking in academic settings. In school, girls with autism often excel academically. They might be able to focus on their work, complete assignments, and perform well in subjects that don't require a lot of social interaction. But when it comes to navigating group projects, speaking up in class, or making friends, things can become much harder. These social struggles often go unnoticed because the girl's academic success hides the fact that she's struggling socially and emotionally. Number 4, perfectionism. Many girls with autism develop perfectionism as a result of masking. They want to appear flawless to avoid standing out or being judged. This can lead to an overwhelming fear of making mistakes and an obsession with getting everything just right. While perfectionism might seem like a strength, it can actually add to the stress, making them even more exhausted from the effort of trying to live up to impossible standards. Now let's take a closer look at the emotional toll that masking takes on girls with autism. The effort to hide their true selves is something that can't be sustained forever. Eventually, the pressure becomes too much and the mask can slip. Constantly masking can lead to emotional burnout. Imagine living every day pretending to be someone you're not. Eventually, that energy runs out. For many girls with autism, this exhaustion can build up over time until it results in a meltdown, which can seem completely out of nowhere. But the truth is, it's the result of months or even years of keeping their true feelings locked inside. I had one client who shared that she felt on edge all the time, never truly able to relax because she was always in masking mode. The emotional toll of pretending to be someone they're not also raises the risk of mental health struggles like anxiety and depression. When a girl feels like she's not able to be her authentic self, it can lead to deep feelings of isolation, sadness, and self-doubt. Research shows that autistic girls are more likely to suffer from depression and anxiety than their peers, and masking is a huge contributing factor to these mental health challenges. If you're looking for more in-depth strategies to support your child, I highly recommend checking out Autism Positive Parenting by Sharon Davin. It's a fantastic book that offers practical advice, strategies, and insights for parents looking to support their child's growth and well-being in a positive, effective way. If you haven't checked it out yet, I highly recommend giving it a read. You can find it on Amazon, and I've dropped the link in the description below, along with a few other helpful books that could make a big difference in your journey. Don't hesitate to check them out. So, how can you tell if your child or a girl you know is masking? Here are some signs to watch for. Number 1, excessive tiredness. If your child seems unusually tired or withdrawn, it could be because they're masking. Masking requires a lot of energy, and it can leave kids feeling mentally and physically exhausted, even if they appear fine on the outside. Number 2, social withdrawal. A girl who is usually capable of socializing might begin withdrawing after social situations. This isn't because she doesn't want to be with her friends, but because the effort of masking has drained her. It's like her social battery has run out. Number 3, sudden mood swings. Frequent emotional outbursts, mood swings, or emotional shutdowns could be signs of masking. These extreme shifts in mood are often a result of emotional burnout from constantly suppressing feelings. If you start noticing any of these signs, it's important to ask questions, have conversations, and see if there's anything your child is feeling or experiencing that they're not saying out loud. Supporting a girl who is masking requires patience, understanding, and a commitment to creating a safe, supportive environment. Here are some things you can do to help. Number 1, create a safe, accepting environment. The first thing you can do is create a space where the girl feels safe to be herself. Reassure her that it's okay to show her true feelings, even if they're difficult or messy. Number 2, encourage open communication. Talk openly about feelings and let her know that's okay to express herself. Reassure her that she doesn't have to pretend to be someone she isn't. Number 3, help them learn coping strategies for stress and anxiety, like deep breathing or journaling, can help girls manage overwhelming feelings and start to feel more in control of their emotions. Number 4, support through therapy and counseling. Therapists who specialize in autism can offer valuable support. Therapy can help girls understand their feelings, reduce the need for masking, and improve emotional regulation. Number 5, help teachers and caregivers recognize signs of masking. It's also critical that teachers and caregivers are aware of the signs of masking. If your child is in school, work with the school to create an IEP, an individualized education plan that takes into account the unique challenges girls with autism face when masking. Finally, it's so important to help girls with autism develop a sense of self-acceptance. When girls mask their traits, it can make them feel like they're not enough. This is why building their confidence and helping them embrace their true selves is crucial. Celebrate the small wins, whether it's a moment of honesty where she opens up about her feelings, or when she shows vulnerability and asks for help. These moments matter more than you can think. They're signs of growth and self-acceptance. By encouraging girls to be proud of their neurodivergent traits, you'll help them build a healthier, more positive relationship with themselves. Now that we've covered a lot of important information, I really want to hear from you. Have you noticed any signs of masking in your child, a niece, or a girl you know? It can be tricky to recognize, especially when it's not as obvious, but those little signs can make such a difference in how we support them. How have you approached it so far? What strategies have you tried? Or maybe things that you've noticed but weren't sure how to address? I'd love for you to share your experiences in the comments below. I know this can be such a tough topic to navigate, and sometimes just knowing that you're not the only one dealing with this can make a huge difference. So let's create a space here where we can all share, support one another, and learn from each other. The more we talk about these things, the more we can help others who might be facing similar challenges. If this video has been helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button. It's a small action, but it really helps us reach more parents, teachers, and caregivers who might be struggling with the same things. And if you want more content like this, where we go over practical tips, real-life examples, and ways to better understand and support neurodivergent children, make sure to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll get notifications about all our new videos. We're here to support each other, and together we can make a real difference in the lives of the girls who are masking and not getting the help they need. for more fantastic resources, make sure to check out Autism Positive Parenting and other recommended books in the description below. These books can give you even more insights and tools for your parenting journey. All right, before we wrap things up, let's take a moment to quickly recap everything we've talked about today. First, we've explored what masking is and how it's a coping strategy many girls with autism use to hide their true feelings and behaviors. Masking can look different in girls compared to boys, with many girls becoming experts at blending in and hiding their struggles. But, as we've discussed, this can lead to emotional burnout, mental health challenges, and missed opportunities for early support. We also talked about how to recognize the subtle signs of masking, like mimicking social behavior, internalizing emotions, struggling with school interactions, or dealing with perfectionism. These are the things that often fly under the radar, but can have a big impact on a girl's well-being. And then we explored practical ways to support girls who mask, creating a safe, non-judgmental space where they can feel comfortable being themselves, encouraging open communication, teaching stress coping strategies, and getting professional help if needed. At the heart of all of this, what really matters is understanding your child's unique needs and fostering an environment where they feel safe and supported. Whether it's through everyday conversations or helping them embrace their neurodivergent qualities, you have the power to make a huge difference in their emotional well-being. Every step forward counts, no matter how small it seems. Thank you so much for watching and being part of this conversation. I know these topics can be tough, but the fact that you're here, learning and asking questions, shows that you're already doing great things to help those who need it most. So let's keep this conversation going and explore more ways to support girls who mask and get them the help they need. We're here to support each other, and remember, you're not alone in this journey. Understanding your child's needs, being patient, and creating a space where they can thrive is key to making lasting positive changes. We're here to support you every step of the way, and we'll continue to bring you content that helps you better understand autism and how to support neurodivergent children in the best ways possible. Don't forget, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It means so much to us and helps us bring more content like this to the community. We'll be back with more helpful videos, so make sure you hit the notification bell so you won't miss out. And as always, feel free to share your thoughts, experiences, or any questions you have in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.